Welcome to another Do Not Disturb dog walk. Oh, here we are. This place is a real mystery to me. This is our first time ever visiting here. So let's have at it. It's marked on the map as a reserve. I couldn't see any trails on the map though, like some of the trails on Google Maps are labelled as such. We could be doing some slogging through some grass if there isn't actually some formal trails, but this looks like a little access road to the riverside. The little river here is called Mangaone, spelled Magaone. A little bit confused as to where private properties end and public public reserve starts, but I guess fences are a pretty good indicator. Yeah, cool. It's a nice sunny day. It was freezing overnight all around New Zealand, that's for sure. Me and Quigley hit the road at 5 a.m. this morning, and we're driving towards the sunrise all morning on a Thursday morning, and it's interesting to see all the very icy cars parked on the sides of the highway that we traverse. I'm not under a huge time pressure on this dog walk like sometimes I am, because my boss wants the truck back as soon as possible. But this morning I messaged him and I said, is it alright if my break time is an hour today? And he said, yep, sure. But it's mostly because there's not a hell of a lot to do. I got my back load out of the fancy factory that I go to and regularly in Wanganui on the way back. And we got that on, all of that load on, in about 30 minutes flat. It was quite quick to load. There wasn't a huge amount, which is why when I have to fight to Tetris things onto the truck, that's time consuming. But today was a doddle, and even with budgeting an hour-long break, I'm still going to get back by between 1 and 1:30 is my best guesstimate. And so that's actually pretty good timing. And then we'll still get the truck back to base and unload it. So one of the things that I wish that I could do is show you all the truck, because it's quite cool. Like sometimes on these adventure walks I find some really nice places to park the truck. I'm like, that's perfect, I'll park it right there. But I've made a conscious decision not to show my company truck, just to keep that information private. It's pretty much a none of your business part of what we do. And yeah, our trucks are practically big rolling billboards. Good boy, Quigley. That's a good boy. Kapai, kuri. Pretty interesting that there's all water coming in here. Out of the groundwater into the stream. I don't know where it comes from. I wonder if we can trace the source of it. It's just coming out in here somewhere. Maybe there's some kind of culvert buried under here. Who knows? Looks like it turns into a hard slog over there and blackberry bushes. Which, I'm pretty sure that people must come up in here to forage those blackberries when they're in season. Oh, it's just nice on this still kind of a little bit frosty morning. It's defrosted around here. Can you imagine what this is like? All icy, like this grass over here. But everywhere. The sun has yet to reach this icy grass. So it's pretty crisp this morning. Quigley, I'm going to call you up out of there because I ain't following you through those gorse bushes, mate. That's a silly route. Come this way. Yep. Oh my. Kabai. Good boy. Alright. Now, I said I've got an hour long budget for this walk, but who knows if there's half an hour worth of territory to enjoy by this riverside. We'll see. If there isn't, we might head out into the township, into the streets and do a bit of street walking. It's a nice quiet town for street walking, to be fair. I don't like street walking because I don't like recording for all you viewers the sound of traffic. Most of the time you'll find that our dog walks on this channel are recreational areas, beaches, bushwalks, the odd mountain trail where we breathe heavily because it's a strenuous walk. Yeah. Yesterday we did a beach. If you look at the episode before this one, Fitzroy Beach, we did that again. We didn't actually walk on the beach though this time. We decided to show you all the shared cycleway trail in its entirety, more or less. Well, 30 minutes worth of it, because we walked it for 30 minutes and then turned around and walked it back. But there are previous episodes of Fitzroy Beach as well, which are definitely very beachy. So this feels like private road, but reserve. Like, it's definitely farmed over there. I wonder what they grow there, probably watermelons or something. This looks like an animal paddock. Although I don't see an animal in it. This way. Yeah, and you better stop eating grass. I gave him a can of dog food before we began this walk, so he's well fed. It's the right time in the morning for that, just after 10:30 a.m. So, wow. I'm not allowed to talk about anything that's on the 6 o'clock news. That's one of the rules of the channel. In case it's your first time watching, regular viewers will know this, because every single episode I reiterate what I call the quality assurance guidelines for our content creation here. These dog walks, I want to keep them to be kind of timeless and peaceful headspace to invite people to. And I'll tell you what, if you really got me going, I could totally rant to you all about my views and opinions on politics and war and things like that. But from the very beginning of making these recordings, made a firm decision that this channel is going to be adverse to that kind of thing. So I'm not allowed to talk about anything that's on the 6 o'clock news. But if you look at the date of this recording, which is going to be 7 days from now, sorry, the broadcast date is 7 days from now, so you can do the math, but you'll understand. If I can place this episode in time, you'll understand that I can tell you that not too long ago there was an excellent concert in Birmingham. It was called Back to the Beginning, And the recording that I have of it is 9 hours long. And so all day yesterday, all day driving the truck cross country. It was a 10-hour day at the end of the day, and I played that concert back and all the amazing bands that played at that. And yeah, it is a little bit 6 o'clock newsy to mention that happened. But also, when you look at yesterday's date and what happened yesterday, that brings it into context. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Well, actually a little bit more, because I managed to get through about 7 hours of the listening yesterday, and then I did the last 2 hours this morning. And the last 2 hours that were played back this morning on our drive first thing in the morning was obviously the best part, because the man himself performed. So this reserve is actually really nicely taken care of. I'm going to give it level 4 park bench ratings. Quigley! For those of you who don't know, here on the Adventures of Quigley Woggles, we like to rate park benches. We don't always do it, because sometimes we're walking at our home base territories, and I've decided that park bench ratings, that's somebody else's job to rate our park benches at our home base. So, but when we're abroad, especially when we're visiting a new place for the first time, I like to give the park benches a rating. I kind of rate this whole reserve as nice. Oh, hello. Kia ora. So you do the mahi here in this park, eh?
Oh, a little bit.
A little bit? You and some others too?
No, pretty much me.
Just you. So you're responsible for all of this excellent upkeep.
Yeah. The council do come and mow it and keep away from me.
Oh, okay, cool.
But no, it's an awesome little spot.
I like it. I was just going on about how amazing it is and how well taken care of it is. It was a surprise because we came from down that way and it was all raggedy.
Yep.
And no firm trail.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was covered in pine trees until, I think it's about 2004, 2005, there was a big storm.
Oh yeah?
Took them out.
Did the river come right up here?
No.
No?
You know when
The storm blew them over?
Yeah. Opeki was flooded. The onions were washed down to the beach. It was, the Manawatu was way
Yes.
up there somewhere.
Wow. I think I remember that happening.
Yeah, this ground is really, really soft, and so the trees just fell over.
Yes.
And so since then, it's just been rack and ruin.
Right. What happened to all the trees? Did someone cart them away
I
for
don't know,
firewood?
Yeah, they left stumps, and the rest was probably milled. They're basically the same trees as those.
Yeah.
Because that's part of the reserve as well, basically.
Yes. I can imagine that there would have been trees like that for sure.
Yeah.
And they're actually really common for falling over, those ones.
Well, I'm surprised those ones haven't, but so it's probably just one of those really strong easterly, nor'easterlies, etc. So yeah. So yeah, now this is, it's been sitting there as as wasted space. So this was a COVID exercise.
Oh yeah, good. A lot of things like this happened during COVID, when people were stuck at home and they're like, I've got to get out in the garden and do stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to go down the reserve. And the other thing that I noticed is they got kids out in some of the parks and reserves, and they made little fairy houses or little fairy villages.
That's it, Kinloch.
Yeah?
Kinloch and the river walk there is delightful. That and little painted stones. And
Oh yeah, that's the other thing.
yeah.
And the other one I remember was teddy bears in the windows.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people put teddy bears in their windows for the kids to enjoy seeing on their walks.
Yep. No, on Kinloch under the trees down the stream walkway, there's now a big area, and that's basically we've got a big sign up now saying it's a little fairyland sort of type thing. So
Yeah,
people
good.
make up the little houses and drop them in. So.
I need to make a mental note to visit Kinloch because I haven't visited there yet.
Yeah.
But me and him, we travel all around the country visiting as many places as we can.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, good one.
I'm a cross-country truck driver, so he comes for a ride with me.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, well, you didn't try to go down the main road the other day then, did you? When it was blocked?
Through here in Shannon.
Oh, through Koku, Manukau.
Oh, there was a accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about it, but I was in Wellington.
Right. Well, they put the speed up, and since then we've had 3 major accidents.
I know, right? If anything's going to make them put the speed limit back down, it was fine at 80.
Oh,
And
there
it's
was no
and you know how
accidents.
that big marae is there, and I feel like it was really disrespectful for them to crank the speed back up,
Oh,
because everyone got used to it being lower. And whenever they have big events at that marae,
yeah.
they need to temporarily speed limit it down to
they
50. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they do now. They make it down to about 30.
Oh yeah.
That well sorted. But you know, truckies using it like yourself, you can only theoretically go at 90.
Yes.
So it means traffic can't go faster than 90 because there's always a truck on that road.
I know, right? There's never not truck traffic on that road.
Yeah, that's the main highway.
Oh, do you remember back to the day when there was a passing lane there?
Yep.
Man, that was really hectic back in the days. I remember feeling like really unsafe.
And that's what led to it, I think, being a high crash area, because people thought, and that's possibly what happened the other day with a motorbike and a car colliding. You know, I'm not disparaging motorbikes, but you know, you can imagine that I'm frustrated because I can't pass anything, so I'm going to slip through this gap down here.
Yeah, and then another car comes around out of from around the blind side or something.
Whatever, because that's a straight piece of road basically. At each end you got the curve, but yeah. Anyway.
I had a near incident recently with a motorcyclist where I was following another truck, ample following distance, and I could be seen, and the truck that in front of me was turning off. So he started slowing down and going on the shoulder. I went to go down the centre line to pass him on the right, and the motorcyclist came out of the intersection that the truck was going to turn into and came directly out into my path.
Yep.
And I was across on his side of the road pretty much, and I was like, you idiot.
Yep.
Because he had ample opportunity to see me and he still came out. He thought I was going to stay behind that truck. Yeah. And that just woke me up to, if I see that circumstance again, I'm not going to trust that motorcyclist not to come out, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's the old defensive driving. You know, I'm basically now on that highway, I sort of say to myself, well, there's something in the road code that says about driving to the conditions.
Yes.
So my conditions are somewhere between 80 to 90.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's me too.
Yeah.
I got, yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, well, I'm glad you've, so you're just passing through here then at the moment?
Yeah, I'm on my way to Wellington.
Oh, okay.
I woke up in New Plymouth, hit the road at 5.
Yep.
Got my backload out of Wanganui. There's a nice fancy furniture factory there that I go to every week and haul out the very expensive stuff out of there. Well, pack it all nicely in my truck and then haul it back to Wellington for distribution.
So you did well finding this because it's only on maps, it's not on any council website, and most local people don't know it exists.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool.
This was in Blackberry, you know, all down there and areas here. Blackberry was over here.
Yeah, like it was a reserve, but
well, you couldn't get into it.
Fundamentally inaccessible. Once upon a time.
The council did a review in 2019, and basically after doing that, they did a review of all the parks. After that, they sort of said, no, we're not doing anything. That's why it's not mentioned on the council's website.
Aye.
So, but you're the first person who's actually got a dog on a long lead, because they've just put in done a little bylaw saying dogs have to be on a lead in this reserve.
Oh, okay.
And I sort of flicked a message back and saying, well, who knows it's here? You know? And many people bring their dogs down, or you know, the locals who know about it, bring their dogs down most days and have a swim in the river.
Oh yeah, I saw the signs at the entrance that I came in that said, don't swim in the river, or just be aware that the river levels may change at any time.
So that in a minute.
In a minute. Wow, just wicked.
Yeah, so from the power station.
Yep. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and the pumping power, so yeah.
You think they could have a big siren that
that
goes with that?
Have a siren, but the locals sort of said, no, we don't want to have a siren. But it takes an hour basically for the water to go from there to here.
Right.
And you can go on their website or on their phone post and sort of find out what the river level's doing. So.
Right. Well, you could time the siren to be an hour later, right?
Yeah.
And the siren would have to be here, about here where people might be swimming.
Yeah, people don't want it. So,
yeah, that's fair enough.
But that was in the day when the reserve wasn't really, well, it wasn't accessible. So who knows what'll happen now.
I noticed a lot of small towns are turning off their emergency sirens. They still test them, but they don't use them for the volunteer firefighters anymore.
Ours do.
Oh, that's
Monday,
good.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Goes every time.
I used to live in a small town 4 kilometres out, sorry.
Yeah.
And my neighbour was a volley, and he drove this massive sports car with a V8 motor, and the siren would go off, and you could only just hear it in the distance, 4 k's away.
Yeah.
But then you knew, not very long to go now, and then his car would fire up.
Yeah.
And then he would drive it like Batman out of our neighbourhood down to the highway and then boost it, and it's like you could hear him going all the way to town. It was like so loud, his stupid car.
Yeah. And they're not supposed to. They're supposed to only stick to the speed limit.
That's right. They're not Batman. They've got to get there safely. They can't put others at risk, and all of that. Oh, look, he's digging you a hole. You started it. He's finishing it.
Yeah.
Oh. Whoa. So how much further is there to see in this direction?
To the end up here, and then it goes out into Stafford Street.
Oh, yes.
So where's your truck at the moment?
It's at the side street off Stafford Street, back in that direction.
Oh yeah, so you can go up there and then walk back up the...
Yeah, do a loop on the street and have a look at the street.
Yep.
My dog likes a little bit of street walking, but we don't like doing it in busy towns, busy streets.
Oh, so where's home for you?
Wellington.
Okay, yep.
Well, Lower Hutt, but I just call the region Wellington.
Yep. Oh well, you've discovered a little place that most people haven't discovered, so well done.
Yeah, I like this place. We'd come back again another day.
Yeah.
I just looked at it on the map. I was like, well, it's a bit random. I don't know what we're going to find there. And we found you, so that's awesome.
No, the river's awesome. Even when it's up like it is at the moment, but when it's down, it's just sort of ankle deep and it's beautiful.
Aye.
It's an awesome place. So,
Oh, well.
yeah, no, the council did come and put that fence in so that people couldn't go down to the river.
Make it a little more difficult to go in that bushy bit
it's
too.
A big drop off there.
Yeah, there's a drop off, yeah.
Oh, well, enjoy your day.
Yep, well, you deserve some gratitude for your hard work around here.
It's just enjoyable.
Well done, you. Thanks for doing that for everybody.
I just look at this and think, well, I gave myself basically 10 years. We just live over there in the white place, so I gave myself 10 years and thought, right, okay, I want somewhere in another 5 years where I can just come and sit down and walk through a bit of bush and watch and listen to the birds, and
Aye.
so it's a selfish exercise.
Yeah, okay. Well, there's places like it in Lower Hutt along the river trails where people's property line ends, but then they've spread out towards the river because they want to create a nice space, a public space next to their house for the community to use. And they makeshift park benches and little monuments and artworks and sculptures and things. It's quite cool to see. So this is a very similar vibe to me.
Well, and that's what I want, is somewhere where I can just,
Okay, Quigley, let's go. Follow me.
So these trees have actually only been in basically 2 years.
The taller ones.
Well, all of them.
All of them. Oh, okay.
Yeah, these trees seem to grow really fast.
Just make sure Quigley doesn't hurt this one. All right, we'll carry on our way.
Yeah, go well. Yeah, enjoy your day.
Thank you very much. See ya. Oh, that's definitely one for the Encounters playlist. For those of you who would watch this long form, this long form recording of the dog walk, we do have a playlist where we edit down just short little episodic clips of friendly encounters with other people and their dogs. That guy didn't have a dog though. Oh. Oh. It's a pretty cool backyard, eh? It's sort of factory-esque. Old school, old-timey, dilapidated, rundown I'm loving this old Ford over here. Oh, look at that. Old Transit. Let's get some zoom. You guys want to see that up close, don't you? That's cool. Scenic as. And then there's this. The other things over there, even the GT, boring. But this, that's cool. It's pity it's so run down. I think it's probably unlikely that anyone will ever resurrect that to go back on the road. I know the picture's crap because of the sun glare. It's one of those places where cars come to die. I keep smelling poop and it makes me think I might have stood on some, so excuse me while I stop and check the bottoms of my shoes. There's a lot of grass stuck to the bottom of my shoes. Lots of mowed grass. Okay. I'm going this way, Quigs. So, on the topic of where vehicles go to die, I made a friend in this town once, mostly because Quigley and I live in an old classic bus, which is actually road legal. Quigley, get out of the mud. Come on, mate, you're making my life difficult. What was I going to say? Oh, that's right. We live in a classic bus. It's road legal. It's hard to keep it that way because it's so old. Things wear out. 50-year-old parts and things need replacing, quite expensive, etc. But we've just worked our asses off, worked hard to keep it on the road, and everybody loves it. It's beautiful. You might see it in other episodes. It's occasionally glimpsed in the background. Hey, come here. Here! Kuri! Hide mai. He's gone in the shop. Hey! Get out of there! Here! Pai kore. Who do you think you are? You can just wander into a shop and make a mess. So we live in this old bus, and one of the windscreen wipers fell off, and it was because we had some engineers take the whole windscreen apart and patch up all the steel and take out the corrosion and then put it all back together, right? And it was part of that job where they had to put the windscreen wipers back on, of course, and they did a not so good job of that, and one of the windscreen wipers fell off after they reinstalled it. And it had happened to me in the past, and then I made sure to actually attach them properly. So the previous time windscreen wipers had fallen off, just one of them actually, I managed to just stop the bus. Was grateful that I didn't manage to run it over with the wheels, and I just stopped the bus on the road and jumped out, ran back, grabbed the wiper, and then it was raining, so it's either put it back on straight away or we're not going anywhere. So yeah, I remember this rigmarole where the wiper fell off while it was raining. I was driving through Whanganui and I picked it up and went to the service station, and they asked them if they had a ladder, and they did. They had the perfect ladder, the perfect height to help me get up the front of the bus and reattach the windscreen wiper. Then I drove down the road and it fell off again, and I was like, no, I must have not put it on tight enough. So I went and I reattached it, and then it never fell off ever again after that. So I did a good enough job of attaching it that second time. So it was only once the engineers had to rebuild my windscreen that it fell off again, but this time it happened while I was doing full speed on the highway, and unfortunately it was never recovered. This way. So every time I drive past this yard over here, which you're going to see soon, I keep seeing this yard full of old buses, and I thought one day I should stop. And I stopped my truck over here a few months ago and went in there and found the guy that lives here, and I asked him if I could find the particular wiper that I'm looking for, would I be able to give him a koha, a gift, to take it off his hands and then use it and put it on my bus. However, that day that I visited here, I searched all of these vehicles, and I did not find a suitable windscreen wiper. But it was all very useful to me. It served its purpose. My curiosity was satisfied, and now I know he ain't got a windscreen wiper for me in that yard. That's his best bus, the one right in the front. He reckons it drove there a long time ago. He told me where he brought it here from too, but I don't recall where that is. Kuri. Haere mai. Yeah. Good boy. So I know I said we don't like walking beside busy highways, and this is it. This is as much busy highway as you are all going to be forced to bear. Off the road, here. Kuri, yeah. Heel. Kuri. There's the Shannon sign. Cool, eh? It's been there for years. Good boy. Checking for traffic, no turning traffic, good. Crossing. Good boy, cross. This way. Yep. You know, this sidewalk just makes me think, once upon a time they didn't bother with sidewalks in this town, and one day they decided to put one down. This way. Right, I didn't reiterate. It's on my mind that I didn't do the usual talking points. I talked about the slogan, never mind the 6 o'clock news. But I didn't tell you about the other slogan, which is show us the poop. Now, show us the poop represents a reverse psychological slogan, protest on your behalf. The audience, you people, you get to join us on these dog walks, and you get to witness pretty much most of the time unedited, uncut, long form recordings of a dog walk and me blabbing on and on and on. Now, you don't get to see the poop because the rule is that you don't get to see the poop. That's the one thing. Leave it! Haere mai. That's pretty much the one thing that you don't get to see. That's been a rule since day one. I decided, what am I going to do when Quigley poops? The decision was that I don't point the camera at that. If I do accidentally point the camera at that, I do edit that little bit out somehow, some way. And the follow-up to that is whatever I have to do as a responsible dog owner to make the poop safe. Oh, look at this cute doggy over the fence. He is a cute doggy. I was hoping he would come to the gate so we might get a glimpse of him. There he is. There he is. Moving on quickly because, I just look like a weirdo if I go right up to the fence and hang the camera over there to have a look. Why is that weirdo talking to my dog? Well, we've passed the 30-minute mark, which means at any time I might say, oh, that's it, folks. Because 30 minutes is my minimum recording time. Minimum target time for recording. And then, I usually self-impose a 1 hour time limit on our recording. Even if we walk for 2 hours, which sometimes happens. Sometimes I've done 2 hours of recording, but split it across 2 hour long episodes. So there's a few of those. When we're at leisure and enjoying ourselves and loving the place and want to explore more than we can achieve within an hour. Yeah, so I love those guidelines for the channel, for the recordings, I should say. They, you don't get to see the poop, and I'm not allowed to talk about poop, also known as anything that's on the 6 o'clock news. When I think about why you're not allowed to see the poop, it's because my worst nightmare would be for people out there in the community to decide that it would be funny to make a quick cut compilation of Quigley pooping in 100 different places. Hello. Yeah. And saying that, one day when we get famous enough to have merchandise, t-shirts and mugs, and Quigley toys is my dream, and books, kids' children's books, and even maybe an animated cartoon to go on the YouTube channel. I'm really keen on doing that. Those things are coming, folks. That's what you'll get when we get the tens of thousands of subscribers that I want, and financial support from the community, because I intend this to be a crowdfunded broadcast. Maybe I should just put those merchandise ideas up. They're a good one-off way for you all to support the channel. Maybe once the channel's 2 years old. I'm really impressed with the amount of views and subscribers that we've got just in 1 year of just doing this. Just doing it in our leisure time, creating all these dog walk recordings for you, self-funded, and Quigley's disturbing the whole neighbourhood. Listen to that. Kuri, tai hoa. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk the full length of Stafford Street in this circuit. This is where the truck's parked, this intersection here towards the river. There's a truck over there. And so I figure to make the most of this exercise and walking experience, we're going to go to the end of Stafford Street here, turn around and come back. I did imagine we might cross the road and walk back on that side, but there's no path and it's grass and it's in shade, so we'll stay on this side of the street. Make the most of this beautiful sunshine. So, but just realise, all you viewers, that at this moment here, me saying that means instead of saying goodbye, turning off the camera and putting us back in the truck to get back on the highways again, I've decided to just keep strolling, make the most of this location. Goody, you stay out of people's yards, mate. This way. No, here. Hide, mate. You're alright. Hide, mate, Goody. That's a good dog. She didn't come out. I assume it's a female because her name's Honey. Turi turi. Turi turi e hoa. Oh, there's a couple there. Hi. Hello, cute doggies. There's some cute doggies. That's a very nice gate. Come on, let's carry on then, Quigs. Turi turi. Turi turi. Hikoi. Notice how I speak te reo Māori to the other dogs too, because when I say turi turi, I'm saying be quiet, and my dog's being pretty quiet. It's not him I'm talking to. Well, it's a beautiful day. We deserve some beautiful days. There's been so many dark and dreary days. Oh, gotta be on kitty cat alert. You've gone around the wrong side of that lamppost, dude. There's a cat over there, so I've just got to be careful that Quigley doesn't watch him. He want to go there. He's like, oh, a cat. Let me get that cat. That kitty cat. Now I'm just waiting for the reaction from the cat. It's still standing there. It's noticed Quigley. And it looks like it's considering its departure from the scene. It's like, oh, I better get out of here. It's either that or it's going to come say hello. Quigley would love a cat. He'd love a cat. Hey, Quigley. You love it to death. I don't know actually, but what would you do? Oh, you can turi too. Iwa. Quigley. Yeah. Quigley. Hide by. Yeah. Leave it. Leave it. He's like, oh, I can smell this kitty. I smell kitty cat. This way. This way. Here. Humai. This way. This way. This way. There's another doggo. Is he going to chew you? He wants to chew your face off? Nah. He wants to be your friend, I can tell. He's like, ooh, I'm going to play with you. I want to cuddle. He's got a big yard to run in. What a lucky dog. Taiwa. He koi o te good. He koi. I'm like adverse to Quigley dragging his long line through this dry dirt here, so I'm going to keep him back. Yeah, Quigley. Yeah. Well, the main point of interest here, as far as scenery and my interests are concerned, is that there's a cool ass little motorhome parked over there. Let's go back this way, Quigs. Well, anyway, I think we're going to be done soon. Just want to thank you all for watching. Probably one of the most boring YouTube channels to ever exist. Mundane. It's mundane. I like it. I did it on purpose. Been doing it on purpose. The mundanity. Is that a word? This way. Kuri. Yeah. Good boy. But we do this because it's real life. It's the kind of vlog that I wanted to make. Real life vlog, real time living life, doing something, and dog walking was just a given to me. Once I realised, I walked him for 2 years before we started recording, and all of that 2 years I thought, oh, this would be really cool to record this, and I just thought about it for 2 years. And now we're doing it, and it's been well over a year. Quigley, get off that yard. Here. Here. You've gone and done that, you silly mutt. You're a dumbass. Why would you do that? It's the stupidest thing you could do. Yep. Come here. Sorry about the yelling, folks. Dog needs to be told sometimes. Yeah, we're making a stand against all the super hype YouTube channels with presenters who are hyperactive and full of too much energy, like hamming it up hard, and all the AI generated content which exists, which is the same but worse. People have designed computer programs specifically designed to create the kind of content that generates clicks and views and then unfairly aims to make money with the monetization aspect of YouTube, like gaming the system. It is a bit of a talk, never mind the 6 o'clock news talking point, to talk about the advent of computer programs, intelligent computer programs designed to manufacture content. But yeah, that's a victory. A victory has been achieved recently, where YouTube has decided to deplatform or demonetize at least the wicked amount of AI content, because it's unfair on us real people that are making real content to compete with that bull. I mean, at the end of the day, the advertisers are getting what they want, and that's clicks and views. So it was quite an extraordinary move for YouTube to decide to demonetize and disincentivize that. But I'm all for it. We've got to be on the side of humanity, even though it is, at the end of the day, humans that are responsible for the creation of those. We'll call them the greedy humans who don't deserve that money, okay? I hope you're on our side, dear viewer. I assume if you're watching this, you like it because it's real, and that's awesome. So I thank you yet again for watching, like I do every episode. And if you made it this far towards the end of the episode, that means you must be enjoying it, so that's good. Excellent. Please share our channel with all your dog loving friends and your dogs, and I mean that, when they're home alone looking after the house while you're out. Please put our YouTube playlist, Do Not Disturb Dog Walk playlist, on shuffle and play it on the TV screen for your dogs and your cats and any other pets that you've got, so that they can join us on these dog walks. If you can't walk the dog yourself, let us at least let them join us vicariously. Okay, that'd be great. Yeah, we've had about enough of this dog walk for today. I mean, to be honest, I could walk around for a little bit longer, but we do have a time limit. Being that I'm still at work and we have to go and get in this truck and get it back on the black. So, yep, Quigs, haere mai. Haere mai, yep. We will say, at this point, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Kia ora.